Hello, I'm brassbeat. I am joined by Narcolepsy, and this is the Zachtronics Solitaire collection. It is a quirky little game made by the studio of Zachtronics. They have made a bunch of really challenging puzzle games over the years, and after a while they started making these kind of solitaire mini games for them, and this is a collection of all 8 of them. 100% basically means we play every game once. So yeah, I will just get started. Time starts when I enter the first minigame. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Alright, so this is Sawayama Solitaire. It looks initially like the Solitaire that'll just come with Windows. You know, the classic 3-card draw. However, there are a couple of differences. The first one is that you can put any card on a free space. So like not just the kings, you can put either a 2 or a 4 or a 5. And another thing that you'll see shortly is that once he does it, you cannot redraw the cards out. So once you have them all drawn, you cannot go back and start from the beginning. You have to go fully in reverse and get them all. So the initial pass through was very important. Another slight difference that you may see, there is an additional free card space up where the deck used to be held.
Ooh, this one's not giving me a way to progress. I think that kind of...
Yeah, 3 jacks at the start is not super good.
If I do this, the 2 goes away, the 6... Can't do anything with that. Okay, I'll have to restart. That's fine. This game is one of the more random ones because you actually have to deal with the deck being closed beforehand.
Yeah. Most of the games you can tend to see what you're dealing with beforehand.
If there's like any messages from the host, then when I'm like redoing a game, obviously it's time to talk a little about that.
Absolutely. We haven't had any donations coming in just yet, but I do want to just talk about the charity again for day 2. So, Mermaids have supported trans, non-binary and gender-diverse children, young people and their families since 1995. They provide direct services online and via helplines, as well as youth events, campaigns and training. And they've supported 31,000, they've given support on 31,000 calls, emails and chats in the last year. They've recently published their future plans into 2027, including extending their work from anyone under the age of 20 to anyone under 25. Donations will help Mermaids achieve this goal. To learn more about the organisation, visit mermaids.org.uk.
Alright, the 5 goes here. I can keep this one free.
Looks like it's going better.
Yeah. Although, where is the last queen? The queen's down there. The 10, I can't do anything with that quite yet. I can try this. 3, still a while before we're gonna see the queen that I need to resolve this this bit. So this is 10, 7. I have one free space too little to make this side work. I would like to be able to get the 10 out and then the 7 back here, but then maybe the last thing I can try is building forwards, although I don't have any black too, so I'll try one more try. If this one's not it, then I'll leave this for the end. Maybe we'll have time afterwards to clean up a bit. This one's going a bit nicer. What helps a lot is getting a lot done on the first pass through. Let's see, the 10 here. Wait, the 8 goes here, then I can just hold the 10 like that.
While we finish up on this game, do we have time for a quick donation?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We have a £20 donation from Miss Truffles, who says, "Save the penguins. Penguins are cute." And I'm assuming, without checking, that is going to be put towards the Save or Kill the Penguin bid war later on today. So do get your donations in for that. Currently, that does put us at £20 on there. That has been put towards Save the Penguin for Terra Australis. So if you would like to sway that a different way, then please do get your donations in. That is going to be a fairly early run for the day. So do get your donations in. It's a very, very short run as well. Only 5-minute estimate. So getting your donations in before that run will give you a good chance of actually getting that option to happen.
Very nice save. You built up on the clubs there.
Yes.
Nice job.
This game is probably one of the more confusing to explain. So there's the blue, the red, the teal, and the green. Those marbles will match with each other. And then the up and down arrows will match with each other. There's the there's the gray circle with the O in the middle, or the null sign. Those can match with itself or with one of the color marbles mentioned. But if you match it with one, it looks like 2 are dealt, so you'd have to match it again. Otherwise, you have a parity and there's no way to finish. Looks like it's almost done anyways before I could explain the rest of it. Good job.
Yeah, if you're lucky, then that game can go very cleanly.
Yeah. So this is a Proletariat's Patience, and for this one you have to match the there are numbered cards and then there are not numbered cards. So you have to put the 10 through 6 in the alternating color like you would in normal Solitaire. But the ones without the numbers, just the suits, you have to put together. So you have to put 4 clubs together, 4 diamonds together, for hearts, 4 clubs. There's a free space up in the top right as well. Also, I believe this is some of the games get harder as you go on. This can get a bit harder whenever you put a set of 4 of the face cards down together. It will collapse the row and make the row unusable anymore. So you have to be careful about when you place them down.
In this game, it's not such a big factor. Basically, you trade off one stack that you're making for one space on the board, so you can think of it as sort of an even trade that doesn't really make things easier or harder. There are other games where that's actually going to matter a lot, though. Unfortunately, I got one of the weirdest deals I've ever seen here. The 7 goes here. Then it looks like we're in the clear.
Good. So this is a cribbage solitaire. It's based off of cribbage. It is to 61 points. So Grass has to put cards together in a deck. He's looking for cards of the same set, so like 2s or aces or 8s. He's looking for runs, so like 2, 3, 4.
22, 30, I think.
He's also counting. You can't put more than 31 points worth of cards in your hands. And if you hit exactly 15 or 31, you get bonus points as well.
Oh, that's dumb.
Of course, the longer runs you get, the more points. So a run of 3 is only 3 points, but run of 7 is 7 points.
This is looking pretty tight, actually.
Yeah.
19, 14. If I do 14 plus 14, 28. Okay, that works. 4, 5, 3. Nice. Oh, that was close.
Nice. This is Cluj Solitaire? Cluj? I don't
Cluj.
know how you exactly pronounce that. Cluj? Alright. So, first off, suits don't matter in this one. And the cards with the letters on them, T, K, D, V, are ace through Jack in Russian. So EKDV is your order. For this one, you can see like the 9 and 8. You can put wrong cards in places. And that's a theme that's gonna come up in 1 or 2 later solitaires as well. So you can put a card in a wrong place to access the ones below it. However, you have to put it in a valid place afterwards. So, you have to be very careful about what cards you're going to cheat the cards on, and what card you're actually cheating. The full stacks also will collapse as well. And this is another one where it's like, you know, do I want to collapse it, or do I want to have the cheat space and keep that. And done.
Nice.
This one is Kabu Fuda Solitaire. Of course, on the hardest difficulty. And there are sets of similar cards, and you have to stack the 4 together. Whenever you place one stack of 4 down, like either on the board or up top, you'll do something different each time. So if you place it on a board, it'll give another free space up top. So in addition to keeping one card, the free spaces up top will also like take a 4 of collapsing 4. Every set that you place on the table will give a new cell up top, but placing a set up top really doesn't do anything. So you have to be careful about move order, and it's a guaranteed win from here. Shenzhen Solitaire is based on Mahjong tiles. There's a 1 through 9 in 3 different suits, red, green, and black, and there are 4 dragon cards of each color. So, like the 4 squares, the 4 of the green symbol, and the 4 of the red symbol. If you get any of them all showing, like he just did, showing at the tops of decks or in the free slots, you can collapse them into one of the spaces on the top left if they're free. And they're, at least in my experience, one of the more annoying things to work around, since you can't really stack them or move them at all. The top right corner is like what you would see in normal solitaire. You place the 1 down, and then the 2 goes on top, the 3 goes on top, so on. And you stack alternating colors. You don't have to stack them in any particular order between the 3, but you have to make sure.
Actually, you can't.
They're just
you
different.
still can't stack cards of equal suit, so I can't stack the 6 onto the 7 here.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The game still describes it as alternating suits, but it works slightly differently with 3 suits instead of 4.
Huh. I didn't realize that. And this is like one of the few I've actually played.
Wait, you're right. Damn.
Oh.
I can do this, then
And the free spaces on the top left, you can also put cards there, but it gets really annoying if you're trying to keep the dragon cards. And then this should be free after this.
Alright, we're moving on to the last game. I should warn you, this game is incredibly hard. Actually doing this in a marathon is a bit ambitious, but we currently still have 12 minutes on the estimate, so I can give it a few tries.
Crazy for this one. So there's a lot going on here. You see the numbered cards 0 to 21 all spread out across the board. The major arcana, they're going to go in the top left. They're going to stack 0 to 1 one way, and then 21 down another way. And the other cards, the Minor Arcana, they'll go Ace to King in the top right. However, stacking these cards is kind of weird. Every time you go and move them, they flip order. And it gets extremely annoying. And it basically next to requires you to keep a free space open to tolerate a parity and things not lining up.
And then the queen goes there, the 3 is useless, so maybe the 5 there, the 10 goes back on here, the 7, the 8. Yeah, you have to basically be extremely careful with any move that you make here. There's like a minimum amount of space that I want to actually do my moves. I have 1 free space and this free cell up here. That's the bare minimum that you want to maintain. So basically, if I have to make a complicated maneuver, I have to be really careful, or I just get full stuck immediately.
Yeah. Another thing that you may or may not see is the top right in the Minor Arcana. You can cheat a card there as well. And but you won't be able to place any of them down. It's more helpful early game. Take it down and you don't have the spot.
Let's see if I can do anything with this. 4 is bad, 8 is bad. Actually, I can do this and then look further. Yeah, that's gonna do what I want. Somewhat interesting about this game in particular is the game mentions that this is the sort of dealing algorithm has to do something special to make sure that the game is always solvable. So that means in this game, what you're gonna see, what you can sort of experience when you're playing it, it's probably a bit hard to notice when you're like just watching, is that there is something like an intended route that you're trying to uncover rather than the other games where it's essentially more random. But here, still the 3 doesn't really want to move. Actually, hang on, I think I know what I can do. This, the 3 check. Oh, okay. Wait, that works. Okay. There. You actually haven't seen me do it yet, but there is actually an undo button here. This is the only game where you get one. I can undo once. I can't undo moves consecutively, so mostly what it's helpful for is to fix movement mistakes. You can imagine this likes to give... this movement is a bit annoying to deal with. But yeah, time's coming up when the win counter increases on the bottom right. Time. So
GG.
yeah, we get this bit of flavor here, this little fortune of sorts. We got the tower because that's the last card that went onto the stack. So yeah. That's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the run. I've Definitely glad that I've managed to actually get a good run in here. In practice, it was a bit tough to make the estimate sometimes, but yeah. Thanks to Narcolepsy for joining me on commentary, and I hope everyone will enjoy the rest of the marathon. Thank you to everyone donating, and yeah, goodbye.